Definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. I mean, the arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. I mean, he is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That'll be caught right side by the rookie wideout. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second and 7. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got him. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They will run it over center with Swift. He'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
Quick throw here is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Give up the middle with Swift. And that won't help a great deal. Just a short gain there. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the man from Purdue, their quarterback, Aiden O'Connell.
Here's a guy that could be described as your very traditional, typical drop-back passer. We don't have a lot of them left in today's modern offense, but he can stand tall in the pocket, and he can throw it all over the field. But when it comes to operating NFL offense at a high level, he's got some growing to do. That's where his development in the next step has to come. Now, today is going to be a big opportunity for him to showcase has that development started, and if he can lead his team to a big win, it would go a long way.
Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. On play action, O'Connell. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his match. He allowed his receiver to work field. And now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They go play action. It's O'Connell. A ball deep for the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
From the gun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fighting off tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Back deep for the Raiders, it's Trey Tucker. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's the tight end Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give on the ground, and he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Third and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So a turnover-filled 1st quarter has come to an end. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. Fires complete to Harrison Bryant. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Jack Sanborn on the stop. On second down, O'Connell. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Off the play fake, it's O'Connell. That's caught left side by Bowers. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
O'Connell to throw on first down. Toward the middle of the field that time. Complete.
They've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. He'll come to the line now on 6. Now O'Connell gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Up the middle they go. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Finding space at the 15. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Raiders move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Robert Spillane spills him there. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Bears sending out their punt team as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. On the return is Tucker. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's O'Connell. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. O'Connell to throw. That's caught by Bowers. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. 2nd and a yard. In motion is Myers. Throwing on 2nd down. O'Connell. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. Here's a run. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here now, 2nd down and goal. To throw is O'Connell. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Raiders are out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA